Hello, everyone, and welcome to our show. Today we discuss about sales, how you can increase sales to get more results. And I'm so excited to discuss this topic with Wes Schaeffer. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Sunny day, positive mindset, everything is fine. And to check out your profile, you have a good experience about this topic. Before we start, just tell more about your experience, background, and why you decided to share with us about sales.
So, why I decided to share about it?
Yeah, about your experience, background, and why you decided to share more value about sales today.
Well, I've been in sales full time since I got out of the Air Force in 1997, and
Nice.
started the Sales Whisperer in 2006. I had had a pretty successful career up to that point in sales, but I was always learning, always, buying books, programs, attending conferences, just trying to get better. And I had kind of a knack for training, for explaining things, helping people understand. And so now, I've been doing this. Uh, what's that math? 2006. So 16 years. Written a couple of
hmm
books, host a couple of podcasts. Work with a lot of technology like CRMs and marketing automation to help people automate the things that I teach, and because that's how you can scale and grow. If you can create processes, document them, and implement them. So I've
hmm
helped several thousand people around the world ever since.
Love it. Can you tell how to unite salespeople and marketers? Because I check out a few studies that salespeople distrust marketers. I don't know why. Probably they have some issues. Marketers have different strategies, and salespeople want to sell today. They need to increase sales, but some campaigns, marketing campaigns, take. I don't know, like months, years. It's a lot. Can you tell how to unite them in one cohesive strategy?
Well, nobody, entrepreneurs don't like sales and marketing as a whole.
hmm
Salespeople have a negative connotation of sales, even though they're in sales, because
hmm
their whole lives they've been told negative things about sales. Salespeople are pushy, they're arrogant, they're greedy, they're money hungry. So you have all these negative things going on, and now a salesperson is in that role, and they're not confident. And so they allow prospects to push them around. They don't stand their ground. Um, then they haggle, they negotiate, then they become desperate. And it's this cycle of negative reinforcement that just keeps things bad.
hmm
So instead of just understanding the value you bring, how you help people, how to choose who to lose, our job in sales is to prospect. And when we prospect, we're disqualifying, we're not qualifying. So when you understand those little nuances, I always say that small hinges swing big doors.
hmm
If people would understand the power of these little changes in attitude and thinking and goal setting, um, their lives would be much easier and better. And entrepreneurs, they literally think that if they build a better mousetrap, they'll just have all this business. The reality is, a salesman actually rewrote that concept, uh, and sold it better, because he was trying to explain why he was having so much success in his business. And it's the people don't know the details. We have short attention spans. We're looking for that shortcut. Uh, so, but all of life is sales,
Yeah, yeah.
right? I mean, the serpent in the Garden of Eden sold Eve on eating the apple. Then she sold Eve, or she
hmm
sold Adam on why he should eat it. And then they tried to sell God on why they did it, and he believed him to a degree, right? And took punishment on the serpent, uh, but made them pay the price as well. So here we are, and
hmm
but all of life is sales.
Got it. Can you tell how to build a relationships before selling products? Because I often see when even no, not see, I get a bunch of emails every single day. I get a lot of messages on LinkedIn everywhere, and people are trying to sell me. I don't know them, and I have no time even to check out their proposals. Probably they have some interesting, valuable, but I don't know about that because I don't know these people. They just trying to sell. Can you tell more about
Right.
building relationships from your experience?
Well, relationships take time. Everybody's looking for the easy button, for the shortcut. And I added a little icon in my name years ago on LinkedIn just to stand out from the crowd. And but what the added benefit that I've discovered is that when somebody screen scrapes, right, basically steals your name off of the internet, the little icon, it's a dash and a phone. So I get all these, I got a text message this morning, I get LinkedIn messages every single day, but they'll scrape those and put them into email databases. So I get messages that say, "Hi, Wes," and it'll be Wes dash, or it'll be Wes dash with a question mark, because a lot of times the phone, that emoji won't come through. So it'll show as a special character and ends up as a question mark. So I know right away who's spamming me.
Mm-hmm.
And there's pros and cons to mass marketing and to sales and marketing automation, right? And I've been in this space since 2007. So I'm all for broadcast and automation. It makes sense, but should not be used 100% of the time. We have to do some things that don't scale, which means some one-on-one interaction. So if you're trying a one size fits all, you create one generic email template and try to send that to everybody on your list, it's going to be tough to form that relationship. But people are lazy, so they just play the odds. They go, "If I can get a 3% conversion, I'll have a positive ROI. It'll be worth it." So they're just in it for the money, and it might work. And you'll make some sales, but are you really going to create those relationships? No, it's just a timing thing. So now it's like using drugs, right? You get that high, but now you got to keep doing more and more of them to get the same effect, because your body becomes tolerant, right? And so you got to increase the dosage. So it's, but people, as long as people are greedy and chasing the money, that'll always be a problem, So you need to understand how and when to sprinkle in some things that don't scale, some personality, some personal correspondence to help make that connection.
Yeah. Once I heard the quote from Gary Vee, and he told that many companies are wasting a lot of time trying to sell people who already said no. They're not interested to buy your products. Can you tell more about buying persona? How to find the target audience? Because we have in marketing one interesting saying that if you sell to everyone, you sell to no one. Share more about buying persona.
Well, hopefully who the right market is for your product, right? So again, there's a dichotomy. With digital marketing, everybody tries to do these rifle shots. They say this product is for 40 to 47-year-old married men who are into pickleball and are left-handed and have blonde hair. So okay, fantastic. But when you only target those people, you're not writing messages for their girlfriends, for their brothers and sisters, for their parents, for their aunts and uncles who may be looking for a gift idea for the left-handed 42-year-old blonde-haired pickleball player. Right? So you've got to create I've always said you must deliver a powerful message in a powerful manner. So sometimes it's a rifle shot, sometimes it's a shotgun. In that it's broader, that it'll find, if you deliver the powerful message in a powerful manner, it'll find the right audience, right? Somebody will take it to that person. Go, oh, I know that person, and they'll recommend it. Maybe they'll buy it for them. But still, you need to, if you're going fishing, it matters. Are you going to a river? Are you going to a freshwater lake? Are you going deep sea fishing? You need different gear, a different boat, different navigation, different rods and reels, different hooks, different bait. So you can't just, everybody's my prospect. No, when you're that broad, we can't envision. At that moment, it's like we freeze. I took like emergency first aid in the military. And the example they gave us, somebody falls and they're bleeding, right? They're unconscious. They're just laying there, obviously injured. You bend down to help them and you say, somebody help, somebody call 911. And everybody just freezes. Everybody in that circle is a somebody. But every somebody thinks somebody else will do something. So you literally have to say, you call 911, you go get some water, you go find something to bandage this person, you come over here and lift their feet, hold their head. Oh, okay, people will follow instructions. Okay, so when you put out this ad, this is for anybody that's athletic. Like we all know people that are athletic, but it's like super athletic or kind of athletic or want to be athletic, or do they just watch sports? And then our minds just go wandering. But it's like, this is for the men in your life, the 40-year-old men in your life who are into pickleball and they love being left-handed. Like, oh hell, I know that person. So you've got this buying persona helps you craft that powerful message, both one-on-one and when you're writing a broader ad or marketing campaign to help it, resonate in the people that know, like, and trust your buying persona.
Love it. Yeah, valuable. Can you tell how to sell a new product? For example, if company created high quality product and they don't know about customers, probably they know, they learned a little bit about them, but how to find first customers who will buy this product? Let's imagine weight loss supplements, some pills, how to find customers in the first stage?
Well, is this a company that already was selling? Is this like just new and improved? Or is this new for them?
I don't know, like a new pills that can help to lose weight. I don't know, like for 30 days now. For
right,
someone
but
Mhm.
is this a company that was already making a diet pill and now they're making it better? Or maybe this was a company that made vitamins or protein powder, but now they're
Mhm.
coming out with a weight loss pill,
Uh,
right?
we can analyze both, but I think it's better to analyze for companies that have name and they decided to extend the market to a new direction because of having some new products.
Well, product development should not be happening in a vacuum, right? I would
Mhm.
hope that, let's say they're making, vitamins and other supplements, protein powders, protein bars. Um, Hopefully, like they've had requests,
Mhm.
right? Chat support, email, their Facebook page. Hey, do you have these are great when I'm snacking, but like I'm trying to cut weight for a tournament or something. Do you have any diet, appetite suppressants? hopefully they've been getting a lot of those questions and they go, oh, wow, there's huge demand for this. Now you just make it and go fill the need. Right. So this shouldn't be just done in a vacuum, but companies will. Like, oh, this market's $1 trillion. We're going to go get a share of that. Yeah, we probably can, but it is a little naive and a little reckless to go that route. But if you have existing customers, it's easy to run some quick promotions or even tease them a little bit. Hey, we're coming out with a new appetite suppressant, and we're turning to you as one of our most valued customers. You can get on the waiting list, you can get on the pre-launch list, and this will enable you to, get a 6-month supply at 50% off, when it launches. Sign up here to be on the list. So now you can gauge the interest ahead of time. But if you have an existing customer base, then yeah, you keep making offers for them. I had a lady on my show years ago, Andrea Watts. She and her husband wrote a book called Go for No.
Mm-hmm.
And the concept is keep making offers to your customer until they say no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, McDonald's, it's obvious. You go in and you say, yeah, I just want a cheeseburger. Would you like to make that a meal for an extra $1.99? Yeah. Okay. Would you like to supersize it for an extra $1? Yes. Would you like to add a hot apple pie for another $1? Yeah. Would you like to add an ice cream cone for another $1? No. Keep asking, right? You've got a customer there. McDonald's is not new. So keep making offers. So if you're already in this product line, ask them, would you like to add some amino acids? Would you like to add these additional vitamins? Would you like to add a pre-workout? So, keep asking. Don't just take your customers for granted, right? Let's say you only make a protein powder. Maybe you make the best protein powder in the world. Okay. You'll have some loyal people, but maybe I find a competitor whose protein powder is 90% as good, but it costs 30% less. Oh, and the competitor also has protein bars that I like, and it's convenient to take those on a trip sometimes. And so they give me, 30% off of those if I combine my order. Maybe another 40% off if I add them both, and free shipping because it's over $100. You're going to start to lose some business, even though you're the best protein powder in the world. So you've got to keep looking at the market and coming up with new ways to keep your customers engaged and involved and coming back for more.
Yeah, interesting. Can you tell, for example, I want to share my story when I was in Egypt, and for my work, people came to me and shared small gifts. No, many different small gifts. I don't remember exactly many of them, but they gave me and told, please come to my shop. When I came to the shop, I bought spent like $300, to buy something that I don't need at all. Can you tell how to use this technique online? Because nobody can came to me and tell, take this, just come to my shop. How to provide this experience online?
So they would give you something.
Yeah, small gift,
a little
like
gift.
a pencil. I don't remember exactly. Many different gifts.
Yeah. Well, it kind of goes back to your buyer personas, right? And you got to think through what are their biggest issues. The job of an entrepreneur is to solve the pains of our customers, right? What problems do they have? So let's say you've got a book or a course. You can always give a summary. You can give them a cheat sheet, right? So a digital download a synopsis, right? A 10-minute, 3-minute overview with the key concepts. Say, and people say, "Oh, if I give them that, then they won't buy the whole course." It's like if they're going to get all their itches scratched from a 5-minute summary or a 2-page cheat sheet, they're not going to buy the course anyway. Now you're adding, at least you're showing them some added value. So look at like your frequently asked questions. Can you consolidate those into a guide? As a video, you can give them with password protected so they feel like they're an insider. Little things like that. So it doesn't have to be a physical item. Your customers are coming to you to scratch an itch, to solve a pain. So just think of the different ways. You could have there's things like Substack and people are even having like paid podcasts now. So you can give them, it's a digital product, right? So you can give them access. You can give them a 90-day free access as a thank you. And now you get them hooked. Maybe they'll just turn into a paying customer and subscribe, right? So there's different ways you can play that to reward them and still entice them.
Love it. Can you tell what salespeople don't need to do today? They do, but it's better to avoid.
Oh, like what are some bad things they're doing?
Probably don't work, obsolete technique, because things change. For example, if I get 100 emails a day with these pitches that are not relevant to my interests, I'm not sure it's a good idea. But if they send, it works. So they can find their buying persona by sending these emails. I don't know. Can you tell where it's better probably to pay more attention, to get more sales and ignore some techniques that are obsolete?
Well, the old adage is what's old is new. Phone calls. Still work. Handwritten letters still work. They're all trying to rush the sale. So taking some time online on social media, engaging with them, answering questions, sharing their content, giving them a recommendation on LinkedIn without asking for anything in return. All those things work. So and you have to listen. Salespeople still don't listen. They're just rushing. They're using all this bulk stuff and they're trying to game the system. I got a LinkedIn message the other day, and then right after the message, I get a video or an audio from this guy. But I've been in this game long enough. I can tell it wasn't unique because he didn't say my name. He just had a generic MP3 file that he saved. Hey, just wanted to follow up my LinkedIn message with a little audio, just so you put a voice to the name. I look forward to connecting with you, whatever. Okay. So he gets a A- for creativity and for mixing things up, but an F is he's still gaming the system. I use BombBomb and Bonjoro to send a video message to prospects and customers. And I say their name though. Hey, Joe, it's Wes. I can see when somebody opts in for something. It takes 7 to 10 seconds. Boom. Because the contact's already there. I click. Hey, Joe, it's Wes. Thanks for downloading my 7 Daily Sins of Selling. Hope it helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Boom, hit send. I said their name. I did it immediately, so it's relevant. I mean, they literally, within the last 5 minutes, they got that report. And yeah, you might be on a call or something. All right, so it takes you a day or an hour, half a day to send the message. It's still timely. And yes, that cannot be automated. That's why I say do things that don't scale. Sending a one-off message like that is going to help you grow your sales.
Love it. Can you tell about FOMO? How to provoke this feeling? I mean, like the right feeling, fear of missing out. Because
FOMO.
Yeah, FOMO. Yeah, because for example, if I see some awesome tools with discounts and it's only a few hours left, I'm thinking, I have no time to think, do I need this tool or not? But can get this discount, and I'm loving to use new tools, to automate my process. Can you tell about FOMO? How to provoke this feeling?
How to what?
Provoke or submit your marketing message or to sales that we have only limited products, we can only get discounts today. Yeah, from your experience, how you
Oh, do you
edit.
do, do you want to create FOMO in the minds of your
Yeah,
prospects, or do you want to fight it?
yeah.
Create it.
No, create, yeah.
I mean, the two biggies are scarcity, right, and time. So hey, we only have 100 of these, right? Or this is only good till the end of the month, or something like that. The kicker there is they need to be you need to be sincere, right? Companies all the time they'll do a promo, 4th of July sale, 30% off, and then here comes August and back to school sale, 30% off, and then September, Labor Day, back to school sale, or whatever. And it's just 30% off. Hey, it's Halloween. We're slashing, saying goodbye to scary prices, 30% off. You're like, okay, dude, that's just your normal thing, right? So you've got to be unique in this and sincere. And if you have a 30% off sale and it ends, all right, maybe you give the person 25% off, but you've got to stay true to it. Say, no, that promotion's over. I can do 20%, I can do 25%. If you order if you order this week, I'll get 25% off and free shipping, but we can't do the 30% off. That's over. So you got to stick with that, right? And other thing you can do, like Apple's really good. They have a back to school special, right? And I just used it to get a new computer, and so they'll do 10% off, and they used to not ever even do that. But they're smart, right? They'll give you $150 credit towards your next purchase. All right, so now it's going to keep you coming back. It's like you're running around with a little gift card, like just burning a hole in your pocket. So it's going to get you to come back. So can you do things like that? Hair salons, and I'm these the chains like Supercuts. You go in to get a haircut, and they print up your receipt. And it'll have a 20% off your next haircut if you use it in the next 30 or 60 days. So you're going to carry that receipt around, because you want the FOMO, right? Oh, I'm gonna miss my discount. They say like dry cleaners, when a new dry cleaner opens up, if they can get you to visit 4 times, then they'll have you hooked. So they'll do a grand opening, right? Any item, anything, $1, whatever. Like, you'll bring suits and all kind of stuff. Okay, so there's the first one. Now you got to return to pick it up. So there's your second. So they'll do the same thing. Give you a coupon, with the receipt, whatever, 50% off, good for the next 30 days. All right, you're going to run back, collect that, go back to pick that up. Now you're developing a habit. Now you know where this place is. You're getting familiar with it. Now you'll keep coming back. So you just got to think through, again, it's the buyer persona. What's happening? Who is this person? Where are you located? What are they thinking? In marketing, we must enter the conversation going on in the mind of the prospect. So what are they thinking? What are their fears, their worries, their concerns? Address those and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, valuable. Can you tell? We have such quote that don't sell products, sell experience. Can you explain how to sell experience?
Yeah. Apple's another good one, right? Early on, their iPod and their AirPods or their head earbuds, whatever. But they come out with the iPod, They would have a persona of a person and the white earbuds and the white cable, and they're active, right? They were dancing, they're riding skateboards. So they weren't telling you about the bass and the treble and the equalizer and blah, 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 and noise cancellation. It was just like, hey, you can be cool and hip and active and young and vibrant if you have these.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's, like a good realtor will do that with somebody, because you're not going to find the perfect home. Even if you build it, people end up frustrated, so they say sell the neighborhood, right? So it's like, how is this? Yeah, it's a 2-car garage instead of a 3, but the kitchen is what you want. The commute is what you want. It's close to schools. It's good schools. It's a safe neighborhood. How would you spend your nights and weekends here in this community? What do you think about the community pool? Look how quiet it is. Would you spend time outside grilling or just sitting on the patio watching the kids play in the street because it's a cul-de-sac, and get them going, yeah, man, we are on a busy street. Wow, it would be fun if kids could just play outside safely. Oh, that is a nice community pool. Yeah, I guess I don't really need a 3-car garage. I guess we can do without, because everything else is so good. Oh, this is 30 minutes closer to work. Oh my gosh, I'm going to save an hour a day. So you're selling the experience instead of the product. And overall, I mean, that's the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to get people really buying in. And because you don't buy a product to just have it. You buy it to fill a need.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to have a shovel in your garage. You have the shovel because you're planting a new garden, or you're digging up some thorny rose bushes that you're tired of and planting the things that your wife wants and whatever. So you've got to get them focused on that, on the use case and the joy and pleasure they'll get, the pain you'll eliminate, the time and money you'll save them. That's why they have it.
Yeah, love it. I remember one movie with Leonardo DiCaprio when he tried to sell pen. No, not him. He tried to teach others how to sell a pen. Can you tell how, for example, sell me a pen? Can you reply to this question, because it's interesting how to do it?
I remember, who was it? I just read about this.
George Belfort.
Well, Belfort's a newer one, but no, back in the day, it was one of the classic guys like Hopkins or Zig Ziglar, one of those, like, they were on like Johnny Carson, like a major show, and he said, "Oh, you'll sell me this pen," and like he turned it around on him. He's like, "What would you do with this pen? What do you need this pen for?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know, like signing contracts and agreements, and getting sponsors for the show and whatever." Like, "Oh, how much would a sponsor pay, on the show?" "Oh, yeah, we can do $1 million contracts." So you're saying if you don't have a pen, you can't sign $1 million contract? It's like, you ready to buy my pen? So he turned it around on him, because you can't just force something. It's like a doctor. Like, if I say I'm a chiropractor, I can't just say, "Hey, Anatoly, your back hurts." Now, statistically, we know that roughly 80% of people have had or are having some type of pain with their backs. Right? Doesn't matter how young or old you are. It happens. So statistically, I might be right. But if I just said that to you, even if your back was hurting, you'd be like, "Who is this guy? What is going on? You can't tell me I have pain." Right? I have to pull that out of you or bring up things to get you to go, "Yeah, that's me." So, the old "sell me this pen," the concept is flawed. The concept is that if you're sneaky, if you're creative, if you're persuasive, if you're manipulative, you can get money from people. Right? You get money from people for things they don't even want or need, even if it's junk. And it's like, I don't buy into that concept. I'd rather sort sift and separate than to sell. Right? So if I'm sitting there, show me this pen, like, I don't know, I'd look into the audience, right? You know, on one of these television shows, there's 500 people in the audience. You know, like, show me this pen. Well, I don't know. I'd rather auction this pen. Hey, everybody, who needs a pen? You know what? And oh, by the way, I'm this famous guy on this show. When you buy this pen, I'm also going to give you 30 minutes free consultation. And I'm going to use this pen to autograph one of my books and send that to you. So what do we say we start, you know, my consultations start at $1,500 an hour. So what do we say we start the bidding at $100 for this pen? You know, it's just a big pen. It's a 37-cent big pen. I'll pay $100. I got $100. Do I have 110? 110. Do I have 150? $150. I get $200. $300. $500. Hey, you know what? I'm going to give half of this to charity. So you can write this off. We can write it off anyway because it's a device for your business. It's supplies. It's also training, and now it's marketing, and it's a donation. So what do we say? We have, this is going to charity. Oh, probably, by the way, my favorite charity, you know, the boys foster care. Do we have $500? $500? Do we have $1,000? Okay. Next thing you know, you're selling this pen for $10,000. You're giving the charity $5,000. This guy's super happy. You know, instead of me struggling to sell you a 37-cent pen. You know, so don't accept the rules. I always forget. See if I can look it up. Are you a Star Wars fan?
My wife, not me. Yeah.
But
I watched this movie. Yeah, I watched.
Kobayashi Maru. You ever heard of that?
I don't remember exactly them. I love reading books.
So,
yeah.
So it was the Kobayashi Maru is a training exercise in the Star Wars franchise designed to test the character of Starfleet Academy cadets in a no-win situation. So they just overwhelm them. And you do this in good training anyway. You know, Navy SEALs, SWAT teams, whatever, they'll put guys in just super stressful situations, see how they react. It teaches them to stay calm. It teaches them to make good decisions in a bad situation. Okay. But, you know, the Kobayashi Maru, again, everybody knew the decks were stacked against you, and it was just a matter of time until you fail. So James Kirk, you know, the young guy. So, you know, in the original series, he was already a captain, but in the movies, they went back like when he was younger. And so he gamed the system. He hacked into the system. He found a way to win. So now the leaders had an issue. They're like, he cheated. He hacked the system. But he won. He defeated a previously undefeated system. So is he a cheater or is he a leader? Right?
Yeah.
Will he cut corners and put his people at risk, or will he be creative in an insurmountable situation and save everybody when everybody else would have died? Right? So Kobayashi Maru. So I say change the whole equation around. You know, the same thing in the military. When you get ambushed, your opponent is counting on you freezing, freaking out, just laying down and praying you don't die. But you're going to die. The ambush is set up for you to freeze, to drop where you are, and then they'll get you. They'll close the distance and they'll get you. The absolute best thing to do on an ambush is to charge the ambush.
Yeah, love it.
Attack the attackers.
Yeah, love it.
Right?
I have the final question.
I don't take it.
Yeah. My final question about, for example, if you started today from scratch without any experience, skills, knowledge, what will you do to learn more about sales?
To learn about sales?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm starting from scratch, I would just start doing it. Because there's a big difference between learning and doing. Okay. Yes, you need some kind of foundation. But I see people bragging about, oh, I read a book a week. I've read 52 books in the last 52 weeks. I'm like, okay, great. Have you mastered the concepts in those books? So find somebody you resonate with, follow that one person's model until you master it or you discover it's just not the right one for you. Because people will bounce around too much, and it's like going to one restaurant for drinks. Okay, let's leave. We're at another restaurant for appetizers. Oh, okay, let's leave. Go to another restaurant, sit in line, for dinner. Okay, let's get up and leave. Go to another restaurant for dessert. Oh, let's go to another restaurant for after dinner drinks. Like, good grief, you're freaking tired. You know what? Pick one place, enjoy the experience. Pick one trainer, one methodology, and get good at it. But really, you got to get after it. I mean, doing is where you're going to learn. If you were starting from scratch and had to put food on the table, that was my scenario. I was the first one in the office. I was the last one to leave. I got more at bats and I made more sales, so you got to be willing to fail. You got to be willing to make some mistakes. You got to be willing to look foolish and silly. You got to be willing to lose some deals, because you're not going to be perfect. And so they've studied this. They took in college, did a study, and they took two different groups of students. I think they had them like making a little handcrafted item, but they told one group, you're going to get graded on the quality. You just got to make one great piece. The others were graded on quantity, right? You got to go make a bunch. So what happened was these people were over here trying to do the perfect one. So they're studying and they're taking their time and they're afraid to make big cuts and moves. Meanwhile, the others were like going. And they made a bunch. But as they got more repetitions, they got better and better and better. So at the end, the quantity people had both quantity and better quality because they did more and more and more.
Mhm.
That's how you get good, right? So
Yeah.
you've got to be willing to go create some ugly pieces. And in the process, you'll make some beautiful pieces.
Love it. Yeah. It's the same with creating content. When people,
Right.
I check out a few studies that many audio podcasters don't record the second episode because they can't get results from the first one. Oh no, guys, I
Yeah.
don't know how to get results from the first attempt. It's the same like writing. You need to fail many times. Failing only brings a new experience. Love it. Yeah, it concerns
Exactly.
sales as well. Yeah, but it's a big pleasure to get you on my show, to learn from you. Tell our audience how they can reach out to you, learn more about you, follow you.
Go check out my podcast, right? Thesalespodcast.com. They'll take you to my website. You can subscribe. You can click around. I've got all kind of free tools. I got a sales calculator there. You can order my book. I've got almost 600 episodes, going back 9 years. So just start there, thesalespodcast.com, and let me know how I can help.
Nice. By the way, guys, Wes has 2 books. You need to read both because you can get a lot more insights. You can see a lot of value. It's better to listen to audio podcast. You can check out on this episode. A lot of valuable insights. I've learned something new about sales, so I recommend 100%. You can find all these links in the description below. Listen to us on Apple, Google, Spotify, and see you next time.